Hey gang, so I thought I'd do a quick video just reviewing on what we looked at yesterday. And is Bitcoin going to go to 50k or is Bitcoin going to head back down to 40k? Now, yesterday, I did a video when Bitcoin was at this price. It was at 44,800. And I said, I still think Bitcoin's got a lot more juice and it should go a lot higher. I don't see any reason why it couldn't. And if you would have seen that, I mean, I wasn't in Bitcoin at the time, but the move actually moved up another 6% up to 47,300. Now, why did we think that Bitcoin was potentially going to go a lot higher? Well, one of the main reasons is we've got this, if you can see here on Bitcoin, was holding this daily level, which is a strong daily level for Bitcoin. We also can see that there's an increase in volume. And then volume was spiking as we kept going through the move as well. So there's no necessarily decline in volume through this move. And you can see it's predominantly above the average. We've also got an increase in open interest as well. So, there's going to be lots of longs, lots of shorts into the market, and that can fuel price to go a lot higher. Now, if we go and look on here and look at BTC USDT on Binance, and we scroll back to yesterday, just go to the 5-minute time frame, and I'll pop this out. So this is BTC. Let's get all this right. So yeah, so what we've got on here, look, we've got BTC, so we've got liquidations at the bottom. Don't worry too much about this right now. I'll cover this in a later video. But we've also got, open interest as well. And as you can see from this move yesterday in the morning, we had, so roughly about 8 o'clock, 8:30, open interest was building. You can also see that, we was above the VWAP here and actually came back down and retested, and that would give a good entry about 10, 11 a.m. And price moved, aggressively 6-7% the other way. There was no need to close any longs if you was in longs, even if the price had gone a lot higher than and had a good strong move so far. There's no reason to get out or take profit. Open interest increasing, CVD on futures and spot both increasing, suggesting more buying. So this is looking good for further continuation. Right now, I wouldn't necessarily be looking at getting any move right now. I'd wait until what's going to happen with the ETF, or I'd wait for price to come a lot lower to around the 45 region and retest potentially that daily area. But for now, that's just obviously everything that happened on Bitcoin that we called yesterday. Some trades that I was in yesterday. So I'll go on to STX. Now, I did kind of fumble the bag here because I got out for 3%. Which was about here. And, I should have ideally stayed in the move and I would have got a 12-13% move. Why was this a good move? High volume, high open interest. That's going to fuel price to go a lot higher. We'll come over here. We have a look again at STX USDT. Let's have a look what we've got. And once again, this was all in the, let's go to a 5-minute. So on the 5-minute yesterday, what time was we in? We was in about here. So why did we enter this move? Well, the move was actually STX yesterday broke above the VWAP. It's looking strong first of all. So I'm anticipating price is going to move a lot higher. We've also seen a massively increase in volume as the price goes up, which is good for continuation. You can also see here with the CVD that people are buying, and it's gradually an uptrend, spot and futures, which we want to see. Ideally, we want to see spot massively increasing. And then we've also got open interest down here. And as you can see, if I draw a trend line, you can see that, over that move, it's increasing. And that's ideally what you want to see, is showing a strong uptrend. Also, when we was in the move yesterday, there wasn't massive amounts of liquidations. It wasn't really until this mark about 20 past 1, you could have started to have thought, and that was the top of the move actually, that, okay, maybe this move has hit its peak now, and that could give you a sign of a reversal. But overall, I got out for 3%. I should have stayed in a lot longer, shouldn't have looked at my P&L, and could have got a bit more of a move. But, you at least I took some profit, and I live and learn on that one. The other two plays was Link and Sol. So Link, I was in this one. Why did I get in Link? I see increase in volume above the above the moving average. We've took out a bit of liquidity here, but I'm not seeing any wicks and I'm not seeing any sign of reversal yet. So I entered on this fair value gap here. I've also seen open interest down at the bottom increasing. I don't think I actually looked on Coinanalyze, but let's just go and have a look, see if there's anything that would have supported this yesterday. I didn't actually do this. I just took it based off TA on that chart, to be honest. And then we'll go through Sol, which I did look on here. So let me see where we're at with Link. So yesterday, it was around about here, and this would have supported what we're saying as well. Why would Link have been an even better move? Had a look to this. We broke above the VWAP, and the fair value gap was actually on the VWAP, boom. And we're expected to retest the VWAP, and we should move a lot higher as well. Let me just have a look at the, I just want to look at spot actually. So spot, oh, sorry, that's futures. Let's look at spot. Spot yesterday, not too much happening, a little bit of an increase here and a little bit of a pop, but there's nothing too majorly bullish. I wouldn't expect Link at the time being to move too much higher. If we look at open interest, actually open interest is on a little bit of a decline, but I wasn't, when I entered the move, I had this little open interest pop here. It wasn't massive, but it was enough to fuel a 2 or 3% move. But overall, I wouldn't expect Link to go too much higher. It doesn't look bullish at all right now for me. Too bullish anyway. I'd expect a little bit of a pop, but no kind of breakout for now. So that's Link. We was also in Sol. So if you look at Sol here, we've got an increase in volume down at the bottom above the moving average. There's no real wicks to suggestion there's going to be any kind of reversal. We'd expect price to keep going higher. We've also took a lot of liquidity down here below. And we've also seen an increase in open interest. Now, I was watching Sol. I was mainly watching Sol and STX on here. Let me have a look. So, on Sol, why would this have been a good play? Why was this a good play, yesterday? Let me just get it up. I think I was in about 11:30. So where was it? Yeah, so I was in here at 11:30. Now, why to take it? Number one, increase in CBD, great. 11:30, I was in about here, seeing this pop in volume, seeing this pop in open interest. As you can see here, look, we had this increase. Just draw a trend line again. We had all this increase here from this region, from when we was in. We had all that. And that's just giving enough to give me a little bit of a pop. And then you can see, it's relatively in a range, and actually it's breaking out a little bit now. So potentially we could see a little bit move higher if we get a bit of volume to support it on Sol. But then it came back down to test of VWAP on here, increase in open interest, VWAP, increase in volume, increase in CVD. This was a great move and a good move on Sol. So I managed to cut that one yesterday. I think I got 2.5%. Once again, I missed out on a lot of the move, but it was good enough to get a 3% scalp. Ideally, I should have held that one for longer and got a pop of a 7-8%, but it's all good. Made money yesterday. Wasn't too focused. I was out doing other things, but overall good, made money, and we'll go again today.